Hello guys, my name is Willem and welcome to LRDX Cars. Today I am at RUF here nearby München in Germany to check out all the cool cars RUF make. You can see behind me is the concept model of the RUF CTR, which celebrates the 30th anniversary of the RUF CTR. That's why its name is the CTR Anniversary Edition. In the cool yellow color, like the yellow birds from back in the days. RUF make their full own car. You would say it looks like a Porsche, but everything is redone here by RUF. The suspension of the car, the engine, the exterior and interior, everything is rebuilt in the best possible way, of course. The cars are based on the 993 turbos from back in the day, but of course the full carbon exterior panels and the full carbon top where the car is built around. Then they use the 3.6 liter engine, also a flat six they make by themselves with a twin turbo setup, and it produces about 710 horsepower and 900 newton meters of torque, so it's quite a lot for an old looking Porsche. So it's basically like a brand new sports car, even a supercar. The top speed it reaches is about 360 kilometers an hour, and the 0 to 100 or 0 to 60 miles an hour is in about 3.5 seconds. So for an kind of old looking or a cool looking car, it's like a real hypercar fast. Then we're gonna start off with this, the concept model, like I was saying, where they did about 70,000 kilometers in around the world to test and develop the car. Of course, because the suspension and everything and the engine is built by themselves, they need to test it as well. We're maybe gonna start in the front, where they have the full new bumper design with the air openings that directly go through the radiators. The nice RUF emblem on the car, because of course it's a RUF, it isn't a Porsche anymore, because everything is built here by RUF. Then my favorite design is the headlight design, nice LED design of the lights. Very cool that you have the circle, but still the old look of the lights, but of course with the new technology in it. Then here is the luggage space in front with an extra air cooling. And if you come to the side, you have this fully designed rim by RUF with the center caps on it to easily change the tires. I think it's a very beautiful design of the rims. It's wide, I think 20 inch or 21 inch. Then if you look at the side of the car, it's like the old shape of the turbo models. So the side is quite discreet, but if you look at the back, it's much wider than a regular car, with the very big air intakes. If you can see, the air can just flow directly to the radiators, to the engine, to the 3.6 liter engine, like I was saying, with 710 horsepower. So it's quite a lot. And if you come to the back, so a full new bumper, the air meshes inside to let all the hot air out. Nice sport exhaust system. I think it's also made by Inconel, very light exhaust system. Then the flat turbo wing that they use, also made bigger than the turbo, of course, with the air openings to let all the hot air out of the car. I will open that up in a bit, that you can also see the engine, because it's very beautiful, the engine. They really make it look like an old engine. And also the suspension you can see. Very cool. Then we've opened up the engine bay, this beautiful carbon fiber detailing. And then, like you can see, it's a real piece of art, this engine. Very beautifully presented with the old looking air-cooled engine. But of course it isn't air-cooled anymore, because with the 710 horsepower on the flat 6 you'll probably need a twin turbo setup. And like you can see through the special suspension system, special race suspension, that you can make the car firmer or softer depending if you're driving it on the track or not, or maybe even if it rains, that you can soften it up a bit. And I don't know if I said it already, but the rear lights are also a LED light system, so they look like the old lights, but of course they have the new technology also on the inside, so it will be a nice smooth line like the new Porsches. Very cool. If you take a quick look on the inside of the development car, it's like a bit more basic than, of course, the final product. Then we can see the carbon monocoque where the car is built around. I think the carbon monocoque itself weighs only about 50 kilos or so. So the car will be very light, and all the panels on the outside, even those who are painted, are of course also full carbon. So everything is made very light, only 1200 kilos. This car with a 7-speed manual gearbox. Also something special, the 7-speed. Normally it would be a 6-speed, but this is 7-speed because the car has so much torque and so much horsepower. You actually reach the top speed of 360 kilometers an hour in the 7th gear, which is quite special. Normally you would have to be in 6th to reach the top speed. And like you can see, it's a bit sunny, sorry, but the dials, there are 5 dials, the old setup. It's all made to look very classy and very like back in the days, but it's all modern, of course. Everything works. The airbag, of course, you can even have the cruise control and everything. The light setup, even the dials are like the old way, not digital. Very cool. The real handbrake on a car, and then the nice RUF seats, like you see, are fully backed, or fully carbon backed, which also are very light seats, and like real racing seats, and of course with the nice old pattern that they used on the old Porsche cars. What they bring back to the newer cars, of course. You see it also on GT3s these days. Nice Alcantara on the back, little parcel shelf where you can put your bag and everything. And we'll take a look at the other car, of course. The final car. Also something special is the door opening. It's that you push here and the door handle pops out. It's more easier to open the door. And like you can see, the side mirrors are placed directly on the doors of the car. But to me, cars like this really are a piece of art. The old styling, the new safety and the new reliability on the car, that you can use it every day or every weekend when you want, not be worried if it will start or not. We'll take a look at the final product. This car is finished. I don't know if it's already sold or it's for sale here at the moment. But if you're interested, please do contact RUF or go to their website, rufautomobili.com. Then you can see the front bumper with the inside. I don't know if you guys can see it, nicely finished in carbon fiber. You can see the carbon on the inside that isn't colored. These nice LED lights. And of course the daytime LED lights. A nice dark green color they used on this car, nice metallic. You can see the metallic shining in the sun. Then little air cooling on the front. This is of course the luggage compartment in the front, because the engine is at the back. Then they kept the design of the rims. Nice, very nice. It's like a 5-spoke wheel with a center cap in the middle to easily change the tires. I think it is a 21-inch rim. Then if we go to the side of the car, you can see like the old shape of the turbo, the lines, but at the back it's made much wider than the standard turbo, with this very big air intake. Also, if you look good, you can see the carbon on the inside. Very nice, the details of all the carbon, like all the car is carbon, the front, all the panels of the side, the roof, the spoiler, everything. That's why the car only weighs 1200 kilos, so it's very light car. And then with the 730 horsepower and the 900 newton meters of torque, it will be also a real track car that you can really use on track. And something I didn't mention or didn't see before is this air intake you have here on the rear window or the back window, and that you have a little air intake. I think it will also go to the engine, so nicely finished in carbon. And the big air intake that goes to the radiators to cool the engine. You see the nice dark green color popping, very cool. And on the side, these extra air meshes to let all the hot air out of the car. And I'm going to the other side because I see the rear light is changed. Then if we're looking at the rear of the car, you can see the finished design of the rear lights. Very nice. All the outside and the stripe is the LED lighting. Of course, with a nice RUF exhaust system. I think it's also an in-canal exhaust system, so made very light, real racing exhaust system to keep everything on the car very light and track focused. You can see a very wide angle sitting here in the corner that you guys can see it. You guys have a good view. And then also extra air intakes on the underside of the diffuser. Very cool. Then I took a seat on the inside of this finished RUF CTR. Very beautifully finished in a dark blue leather color with the green stitch, the dark green stitch to match the exterior color. You can see the RUF emblem on the sporting seats and the finished steering wheel. Nice dark blue steering wheel, made very basic. Not any buttons on it to distract you. Just the steering wheel and the gear shifter. Next to you, the 7-speed, of course, 7-speed gear shifter. And then, I don't know if you see it, in the middle, like I was saying, the setup of the suspension with 5 different modes. You can make it softer or harder, depending if you're going on track or maybe driving in bad weather or something. Then a nose lift, of course, very handy. That the car has a nose lift. You don't want to scratch the front bumper of your $700,000 car. Then the 4 hazards to close the car, like the traction control on and off. If you maybe will use it on the track, then think to pick up your phone. You can even connect the phone, quite nice. The volume, then I will change the screen. This is also, I think, for the airco of the car, all modern airco system, that it gets hot or cold when you want. Nice speaker system, of course, the very beautiful carbon top, like you can see where the car is built around. Beautiful CTR logo on the door sills. It's nice dark blue. The door looks like an old door, but then all made new. Very simple and stylish, but everything is functional, like the door, the mirror or the windows open automatically, and you can automatically change the mirrors. Then the old school dials, like you can see, very cool. The analog dials, the 7,250 RPM, that's the max where he reaches his 710 horsepower. And then the 900 Newton meters of torque will be available at 3,000 RPMs. Then this one is a speedometer in miles per hour, so it will go to 250 miles per hour, which will be about 400 kilometers an hour. So if you take the speedo in kilometers an hour, it will go to 400, just like on your Bugatti. Then I think this is the temperature or something of the car. This also has something to do with the cooling, I think, or the fuel capacity of the car. And then the cooling, I think, also the automatic lighting system where you put your key, but very basic. And then this dark blue leather, which really makes it a bit unique. If it was a black interior, it would be a bit boring. And then to make something special, the dark blue leather with the green stitch, very cool. And you can see the full carbon monocoque. There you can see the full titanium pedals with the RUF emblem on it. Very cool. If you take a look at the rear partial itself, it's also finished with a beautiful carbon fiber finish on it. You can put some luggage here or a bag or something. I don't know if you can see the back of the seats also in full carbon fiber. Very nice, very cool. We'll have a quick overview of the interior. Like you can see the full carbon monocoque, the CTR badge, the full carbon seats. Maybe I can show you the back of them. Very beautiful carbon seats to save some weight. Also the rear parcel shelf, full carbon, even some carbon fiber cup holders. And like you can see the flooring and everything is carbon. Very cool, this interior with the dark blue leather and the dark green stitch, the green of the RUF. Also the headliner is an Alcantara. I don't know if you guys can see it. Alcantara headliner. Very beautiful. Has like the old look to it, but all made new. Very cool. Then I would like to thank you guys all for watching. Also a big thanks to RUF to make it possible to take a look at their beautiful cars they make. And if you like RUF or you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe on the channel, because there will be a lot of supercar and hypercar videos coming. So stay tuned guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.